Titanoboa could crush crocodiles without breaking a sweat. Chalicotherium could stand upright and tear trees apart with its arms. Both were monsters in their own worlds. But power doesn't care about size alone. So if these two collided, which body fails first? This is not a hypothetical debate. This is a journey into the limits of life itself. A fight of force, design, and deadly instinct, played out in worlds separated by millions of years. Yet the rules of strength remain the same. Titanoboa was born in heat so intense that it allowed a snake to grow longer than a school bus. Over 13 meters in length, over a ton of living muscle, it was a predator built like a hydraulic machine. Its home was a swampy labyrinth where waterlogged ground made speed unreliable and stealth deadly. Crocodiles, giant fish, and anything unlucky enough to step near the water were at its mercy. Here's the first curiosity. Titanoboa did not strike fast. It did not chase. It waited. And when it struck, it crushed life itself. Bones cracked, blood pressure skyrocketed, organs failed. Death was instantaneous. This was not power for show. It was absolute efficiency. Every coil, every contraction, honed for one purpose: to end life quickly and completely. Now Chalicotherium, a creature that looks like evolution, was experimenting in reverse. Its front limbs were long, ending in claws curved like sickles. Its skull resembled a horse, its stomach stretched like a giraffe's. It walked on strong hind legs, but could rear up and swing its forearms with devastating force. Here's the twist. Chalicotherium was not a predator. It did not hunt. It used its claws to pull down branches, rip bark, feed itself. But strength does not care about intention. A single strike from those arms could break bone, crack skulls, or topple smaller predators. Curiosity spike. Its design made it slow but nearly unstoppable once fully braced. It could strike sideways, forward, even downward, turning mass into a weapon of destruction. One kills by pressure, the other survives by structure and reach. Titanoboa's coils are invisible until it's too late. Chalicotherium's claws are obvious yet lethal at range. Imagine the physics. Titanoboa wraps around a leg. Every heartbeat the coils tighten. Chalicotherium rears up, swinging massive arms. Bones, claws, and muscle collide with deadly force. Another curiosity: which fails first? Does mass overcome leverage, or does leverage shatter mass? We cannot know from fossils alone, but anatomy leaves clues. Titanoboa thrived in dense, swampy forests. Water softened footing, mud stole balance. A sudden lunge into the water, and prey became helpless. Chalicotherium roamed more open woodlands. Sight and space gave it advantage. But in a Titanoboa swamp, the mammal would struggle to find stable footing. Another curiosity: the environment does not just host life, it chooses winners. Even the strongest cannot escape weakness if the terrain is against them. Picture the moment. A mammal steps near the water's edge, its massive claws brushing the reeds. A shadow moves beneath. Coils tighten around a leg. The ground gives. A swing is made, but the claws find only water and flesh. Titanoboa is patient, every motion calculated, every coil tightened to perfection. Did Chalicotherium evolve fast enough reflexes to survive such ambushes? Could brute strength alone ever defeat perfect constriction? Titanoboa's body was a masterpiece of hydraulic engineering. Long, thick muscles, reinforced vertebrae, streamlined for holding power. Its skin was almost armor-like, and its metabolism slow, allowing months between meals. Chalicotherium's frame was raw brute force, muscles packed into long forelimbs, a broad chest, and hind legs capable of stabilizing massive swings. It had claws for food, but claws could defend, destroy, or intimidate. When pressure meets leverage, which anatomy yields? The snake's coil compresses, the mammal swings. The outcome depends on timing, position, and environment. Titanoboa's strength scaled with body mass. The bigger it got, the more lethal every coil became. Chalicotherium's strength scaled with leverage. The longer its arms, the more destructive the swings. Both were extreme designs, but extremes have limits. Snakes rarely fight upright targets. Could Titanoboa adapt? And could Chalicotherium handle a predator that never tires, never panics? Titanoboa hunted by ambush, relying on stealth, patience, and overwhelming grip. Chalicotherium relied on stability, posture, and awareness. In a fight, behavior is just as deadly as size or muscle. Chalicotherium may have survived smaller predators with sheer reach, but Titanoboa faced nothing of that magnitude in its swamp. This introduces a new question. Survival is not about who's strongest on paper, but who applies strength most effectively. Titanoboa does not roar, it does not charge, it suffocates silently. It waits, and it does not hesitate. Chalicotherium does not hunt. It can defend, it can strike, but sudden immobilization is its greatest weakness. The real danger is not size, claws, or muscle. It is how these creatures use their bodies in extreme situations. If Titanoboa strikes first, leverage may never come into play. If Chalicotherium strikes first, only perfect timing could cripple the snake before it constricts. Skeletons, muscles, and claws leave clues. Titanoboa's vertebrae show extreme resilience. Chalicotherium's forelimbs reveal devastating swings. In a head-to-head battle, strategy emerges from biology. Nature pre-programs winners, and sometimes the most obvious predator is not the most dangerous. These creatures are separated by millions of years. They never met in history, but comparing them exposes something deeper. Strength is not just muscle. Power is not just mass. Who truly dominates? The one who kills by crushing life itself, or the one that can destroy with leverage?
The first moment of contact decides everything. Titanoboa senses the vibration through water and mud. Chalicotherium steps closer, unaware of the silent predator beneath. One coil wraps, one swing is prepared, and in that instant, raw power meets precision, muscle meets leverage, and survival becomes a violent experiment. Titanoboa strikes first. Its massive body lashes, curves around a hind leg. Muscle wraps like steel cable, tightening with each heartbeat. Chalicotherium reacts instinctively. It swings its clawed arm down, trying to sever the grip. But here's the first surprise. Titanoboa's mass makes it almost immovable. The mammal's claws slice air, hitting nothing but slick scales and muscle. Could a single swing stop a predator that weighs a ton and contracts like a living hydraulic press? Physics says unlikely. Chalicotherium doesn't panic. It plants its hind legs, rears upright, and uses every muscle to push backward, twisting its body. The snake's grip holds. Every coil tightens in response. Pressure builds. Titanoboa's strategy isn't speed, it's endurance. Every second, the constriction becomes more lethal. Even the strongest strike cannot free a fully coiled limb. Titanoboa's vertebrae flex like hinges reinforced with muscle. Each coil reacts independently, allowing it to adapt instantly to struggling prey. Its jaws clamp on the mammal's foot, securing leverage. Chalicotherium's claws are deadly, but designed for trees, not snakes. Its swing now becomes a defensive measure, creating distance where there is none. Evolution equipped both for survival, but one for ambush lethality, the other for feeding strength. Which is more dangerous when the rules of combat change instantly? The snake's body tightens around the mammal's leg. Blood flow slows, muscle strain increases. Chalicotherium's hind legs strain under the shifting weight. Every push backward is met with inescapable pressure. Could the mammal's weight destabilize the snake? Not entirely. Titanoboa spreads its coils across mud and water, creating a hydraulic grip no mammal of this size can fully resist. Chalicotherium swings again, now using the second arm. Titanoboa adjusts instantly, reflexes of a predator that has waited millions of years for prey like this. Here's the question: speed versus patience. The snake's patience is lethal. The mammal's speed may slow death, but it cannot reverse the coil's crushing inevitability. Bones are designed to resist pressure and leverage, but every design has limits. Titanoboa's coils constrict veins, arteries, and organs. Muscles fail. Chalicotherium's arms continue to strike blindly, claws scraping scales, but leverage is ineffective. The mammal's weight presses downward, creating an opening, but Titanoboa anticipates it, shifting coils to maintain lethal pressure. In a battle of anatomy, restraint often trumps raw force. A creature built for breaking sticks is no match for a creature built to squeeze life itself. Chalicotherium swings with precision now, aiming for the snake's head. The claws slash along scales. Titanoboa reacts slowly, but reacts. One coil shifts, turning the strike into a glancing hit. Titanoboa does not fear damage. Its survival strategy is redundancy. Lose a coil, tighten another. Its entire body is a weapon. Mud beneath the mammal's feet slows its movements. Waterlogged roots trip its hind legs. Titanoboa uses this, anchoring itself, converting the terrain into an ally. In nature, environment is not just scenery, it is a participant in every fight. Even the strongest creature can falter if the ground itself conspires against it. Every heartbeat for Chalicotherium brings sharper danger. Coils press arteries, crush bones, collapse lungs. Its swings now lose strength. Each blow is weaker, slower, desperate. Titanoboa's design allows months without food. Hunger does not drive it. Chalicotherium's body relies on exertion. Fatigue begins to tilt the balance. Titanoboa is instinct. Every movement calculated by millions of years of evolution. It senses escape attempts, adjusts coil angles, redirects pressure. Chalicotherium relies on reaction. Strength is there, but it cannot predict the subtle shifts in coil and muscle. Intelligence in survival often comes from biological programming, not conscious thought. Titanoboa's patience, anticipation, and sheer adaptability define real danger. Chalicotherium's advantage is leverage, its strike, and size. Its disadvantage is the vulnerability of limbs when constrained. A coil on a single leg compromises balance. Gravity now works against it. Titanoboa doesn't need venom, speed, or stealth anymore. Its grip is all it needs. A single anatomical flaw, magnified by environment, can decide life or death. Even the strongest mammal cannot escape if every muscle is neutralized strategically. The mammal begins to struggle differently, rolling, twisting, using its bulk to attempt leverage. The snake's body reacts seamlessly, countering each movement. Titanoboa's body is a mechanical predator in flesh form. It adapts to the mammal's strength, turning brute force into its advantage. Every strike from Chalicotherium now accomplishes nothing. Its claws scrape scales, its weight presses mud, its muscles tire. The snake does not panic. It presses on.
Every coil is a calculated risk. Survival is about patience more than speed, and lethal design can overcome any brute strength if applied correctly. Theoretically, if Chalicotherium struck before coils fully engaged, or if terrain allowed a perfect swing to the head, it might disable the snake. But in Titanoboa's swamp, every advantage favors the snake. The mammal's size becomes a weakness, a weight Titanoboa uses to amplify its grip. The largest predators are not always the strongest, they are the most adapted to the fight the environment provides. Titanoboa's coils now dominate entirely. Chalicotherium cannot free a single leg. Pressure spreads, muscles strain, organs compress. The mammal's arms, so deadly for feeding and defense, are useless here. Every weapon has a limitation, and Titanoboa exploits it perfectly. Slow, methodic, unstoppable. Death comes not with roar or struggle, but with compression, restriction, and inevitability. The mammal's body fails. Nature rarely needs speed or intent. Design and patience often decide survival and extinction alike. Titanoboa wins, but the story is deeper than victory. Both creatures were extreme, the snake a perfect predator, the mammal a weapon of leverage. The clash highlights a brutal truth. Survival is not about mass, not about claws, not about instinct alone. It is about how biology, environment, and design collide. Evolution does not favor the strongest, only the most lethal in context. In the final part, we will reflect on extinction, legacy, and why these monsters of muscle and coil still fascinate us millions of years later. We will ask, in the grand story of life, who truly leaves a mark, the killer or the survivor? The battle is over. Titanoboa dominated. Chalicotherium fell. But dominance is temporary. Every empire, every predator, every monster of muscle and claw eventually faces a force it cannot control: time. This is the story of survival, extinction, and why even the strongest, most dangerous creatures cannot escape the future.
Titanoboa ruled for millions of years in perfect heat and swamp. Then the world changed. Global temperatures dropped, rainforests receded. The massive snake could not grow large enough to maintain dominance in cooler climates. Even the most perfect predator is subject to climate. Strength and lethality could not protect Titanoboa from a planet itself. Chalicotherium survived longer in woodlands across continents. Its strange body allowed it to reach food other mammals could not. Its claws defended against smaller predators. But adaptation has limits. New competitors appeared: massive herbivores, faster predators, and shifting forests. Chalicotherium could not evolve fast enough to meet every threat. Power is not permanent. Even creatures that seem unstoppable are vulnerable to subtle change. Was Titanoboa stronger? Was Chalicotherium more powerful? Strength alone is misleading. Titanoboa's lethality came from perfect application of power. Chalicotherium's potential came from muscle and leverage, but only in the right conditions. True danger is measured not by size, but how effectively force is applied and how long it can last. Both monsters vanished. Titanoboa disappeared as swamps dried and temperatures cooled. Chalicotherium faded as ecosystems shifted and predators grew faster. Millions of years of evolution, unmatched strength, specialized anatomy, all gone in a blink of geological time. Survival depends on adaptability, not just muscle. What remains of Titanoboa are fossils, vertebrae stacked like bricks of a lost empire.
What remains of Chalicotherium are bones telling the story of a mammal that dared to swing claws bigger than most predators. Their legacy is more than bones. It is a lesson in biological extremes. We study them not just for fascination, but to understand limits of life, design, and survival. Titanoboa teaches patience, precision, and the power of restraint. Chalicotherium teaches leverage, mass, and unconventional survival strategies. Both remind us that nature does not favor perfection, only effectiveness in context. Extinction is not violent in every case. Sometimes it creeps quietly. A species cannot adapt fast enough. Climate shifts, food disappears, and even the strongest fall silently. The truly dangerous creatures are not invincible. They are reminders that life is fragile, even at its peak. Titanoboa was designed for lethal ambush in a perfect swamp. Chalicotherium was built for brute strength and reach in open woodlands. Both excelled in their environment. Both failed when conditions changed. Power is never absolute. Even monsters of muscle and coil obey the rules of adaptation, climate, and chance. If they had met, the snake would likely win, but not because it was stronger in every sense. It would win because it exploited its design, environment, and patience. Chalicotherium's swings, claws, and bulk were impressive, but ineffective against precision pressure. Evolution is not fair. The strongest does not always win. The most adapted does. We are drawn to these monsters because they break the boundaries of imagination. A snake longer than a bus, a mammal with arms built to rip forests. They force us to ask, what are the limits of life? What makes a creature truly dangerous? Strength can kill, leverage can destroy, but neither can escape extinction. The true danger is not always in the fight, but in the unpredictable future, climate, competition, and time itself. Titanoboa versus Chalicotherium teaches us that power is multidimensional. Muscle, strategy, environment, patience, all matter. And yet, life is temporary. No amount of strength grants permanence. Every creature, no matter how monstrous, is part of the chain that leads to today's ecosystems and to us. Picture the swamp now, empty, silent. No coils move, no claws strike. Yet fossils whisper the story of survival, design, and danger. The snake that could crush crocodiles, the mammal that could tear forests. These monsters are gone, but their lessons remain. Strength, adaptation, timing, patience, these define not just survival, but true power. Extinction does not discriminate. Titanoboa and Chalicotherium, no matter how dangerous, vanished. Life moves on. New predators rise, new strategies evolve, and we are left asking, in a world ruled by muscle, cunning, and relentless pressure, what does it truly mean to be powerful? The answer is not in domination. The answer is in adaptation, and in the story that these monsters leave behind. The snake that crushed life itself, and the mammal that swung like a living weapon, both are gone, yet their battle, their power, and their extremity remain etched in history. Because in the end, true danger is not eternal, but unforgettable.